pawb. Samina Ali, Anwen. Nice to meet you. So mae'n ddrwg gen I, dwi dal dysgu Cymraeg, ond byddai ddim dweud llawer hyd yn hyn. Gobeithio, soon, siarad, I'll get ymlaen. Siarad mwy yn y Gymraeg. Blwyddyn nesaf. Heddiw, mae'n ddrwg gen I. Ond yw siarad Saesneg. So why are we talking about Caffi Trawsnewid? Basically, last Climate Assembly, loads of people were saying that there's loads of pockets of things happening and we don't know what's going on. And actually, that kind of makes sense because when you're in a situation where you're like doing some sort of grassroots action or you're working in pockets of groups or individually, it's really hard to sort of look up and go, what else is everyone else doing? So like for me, it's been brilliant to come and kind of link people up with each other basically, and to, Greek's been amazing at just going, what's people doing and connecting us all, and there was already a local XR group.
Grŵp gyflwyniad XR, a mae lot o bobl sydd yn Caffi Trawsnewid hefyd wedi bod yn hwnnw. So da ni wedi cychwyn trafod a cychwyn syniadau, ond be oedden ni weld oedd un pobl oedd yn gwneud bob dim ac yn doedd na byd yn symud ymlaen ond y syniadau gwych a mae lot o syniadau wedi cael ei trafod hyn yma. Ond criw bychan a wedyn oedd Greg a gwyrni a mi oedd yn wych achos oedd ni'n cyfla wedyn i rywun sbardino ni a mae'r grŵp wedi cychwyn with a vengeance na ni ddweud. Mhenygroes. So, da ni'n gweithio yn galad ofnadwy unwaith y mis. Da ni'n cyfarfod dros bandas a trafod debyg iawn i beth da ni wedi trafod y mama fo'r cynulliad, beth da ni eisiau i'r dyffryn, beth da ni mynd i weld, beth sydd wedi bod, ond beth da ni wedi weithio arno fo i wylla a mae'r syniadau wedi cael ei bwydo i mewn. Nes di ddweud...
You have my headphones, I don't know what you've said.
You did
It's all about.
Not all about.
So the other bits that, so we meet monthly and it was just people that were doing things already. So I was doing with a group of people around heart sharing space, which is just like there's so much, we're affected by climate change, which is not just about what to do, but there's emotional stuff as well with the ground being as it is. So there was sort of like lots of different people doing different things, coming together, and then one thing I noticed about Caffi Trawsnewid is that when we looked around at who's here in the room, there's so many different generations. So I really love the fact we've got a 7-year-old, Ted. We've got a 10-year-old who was active in XR, wasn't he? And then all the way up the ages. So I think it's really important, that sort of intergenerational cross-section of like spending time with each other and coming together with ideas. So I really love that about our group, and
hefyd, dim just yr hyngenedlaethau, ond da ni'n gynwysiedig. Diolch ots, pan oed, pan yw, pwy mond fe gynna ni'r un gweledigaeth bod ni eisiau gwella'n dyffryn allan. Felly, na'r caffi gychwyn ar raddfa bychan, small scale, yn y dyffryn. Oedd XR yn trafod pethau ar draws y byd, ar draws y wlad, ond yna ni'n teimlo, sa ni'n licio bach lleol, chos da ni gyd yn byw yn dyffryn allan, a da ni'n gweld beth sy'n eisiau ei wneud, wel, ymlaen i wneud o, a dyna di'r bwriad y Caffi Trawsnewid, bod ni yn symud ymlaen.
I want to stop there for a repeat.
Right.
It's not working anymore. Yeah, we're doing that bit, sure. Okay.
Okay. Dani, ar ôl y ddau gyfarfod cyntaf, nes I gynnig, dwi'n gwybod, ond roedd rhyw erthigol bach yn llai, papur bros, I bobl gwybod, olwch, da ni yma, da ni eisiau mwy o bobl, da ni eisiau gwybod beth sy'n mynd ymlaen y modd pentra, da ni eisiau dyblygu, da ni eisiau bobl gydweithio. A dyna y syniad yn hynna ni. Felly, rhannu syniadau, share ideas, didn't we? And then you took the working together bit.
Yeah, so the other bits, so what I'm loving about this, and we're calling it like an organic group, I'm really up for learning from nature, and kind of with activism in the past I've noticed that we kind of rush for actions, but one of the things that's really close to my heart is also working with like how do we, interpersonal relations really, like how do we actually work together, because that can really become an issue in activism groups if there's not that sort of little bit of like how do we actually want to work together as a group of people, and what's our sort of, I don't know, just our language, and how do we respect and like hear each other, because people have so many different varying points of view, but we all want a better world. So it's kind of that kind of level of interpersonal stuff. And then, so people come into the group with their own passions. So, you know, like Sean's come in the group and he's, you know, he wanted to help put together a constitution so that we've got a bit more of a formality if people want to know, join and just, you know, say what is this group about. And we've got Gwyn, who's got a lot of local history and mythology linked in, so you know we've got people that are sharing their passions and also helping us increase our knowledge, and I think that's just wonderful. And we've connected up with like growing, so one of the groups is around growing, and we've got Matt and Jenny from Headland who also joined our group, and so Yr Orsaf, who came and presented at the last Climate Assembly, for those of you who are there, you know, they're doing so much, and they've also got a plot of land where we can, just up in Penygroes, where we can grow herbs and vegetables, and that can be taken on by the local people. It's just, I think things like that, working together and going, oh, they've got money to do that, they can get funding, and we've got hands to help grow stuff together. So, and then we learn from people like Matt and Jenny, who've been growing for years, know about permaculture and regenerative farming. So we're all just sort of like learning, but anyone who's passionate can come and just get involved, and that's kind of why we're presenting today. We're like, who wants to, you know, someone came and joined us and we want to get involved in the visioning side. It's like when people have a passion, they can come in and start something, or you could say, oh, well, I've got loads of resources here, we can share them. It's that kind of thing of, oh, you know, how does anyone want to get involved? Because the more of us together, the better. That's how I sort of see it.
Ailgylchu.
Yeah.
Da ni'n... Mae yna un o'r bechgyn oed ysgol wedi gofyn am ailgylchu yn y dyffryn. A be nath o sgwennu Cyngor Gwynedd i ofyn be'n union da chi'n gwneud efo'r pethau sy'n mynd i'r biniau gylchu, sy'n mynd i'r... Be maen nhw'n neud efo fo, ac oedd o'n gwrthod atab. Wedyn, mae rwan yn... Mae rhywun arall yn mynd i helpu symud falle am fod o'n mynd i'r ysgol, dwi'n gwybod. Ond y syniad ydy bod ni'n cael gwybod beth sy'n digwydd i'r pethau sy'n mynd, achos da chi'n gweld ar y teledu pethau sy'n mynd i'r môr, sy'n mynd i'r afonydd ac yn cael ei ddechrau. Wedyn y gobaith bod ni yn gwneud mwy o ailgylchu, bod ni'n cael ehangu'r banciau ailgylchu. Dim jyst caniad plastig, ond da ni'n mynd i ailgylchu dillad, da ni'n mynd i ailgylchu pacedi crisps a bob math o bethau. A syniadau wedyn, wrth gwrs, ydy falle bod ni'n cael i'w stondin yn rwla, sa chi'n mynd i prynu chwdwr golchi a'ch pethau llnau, golchi llestri, pethau felly i gyd, bod nhw'n cael ei bwyso. Mae'n y siop yn Anwen yn gwneud hynna, ond sa'n gret, sa ni wedi cael canolfan bach yn gornol yn rwla yn y ffyn amser. Fel bod ni'n mynd i fynd a prynu bod yna lai wastraff. Mae'r ailgylchu hefyd yn mynd ymlaen i greu pethau. Yr hen reduce, reuse, recycle, bod ni'n gwneud pethau, bod ni'n mynd llichio ar oes prynu dillad a llichio nhw, brysur fynd, gyda ni'n gres yn neud o. Gyda ni rhywbeth amdano fo. So mae hwnna'n dopig mawr, a mae un o'r cwb bogan wedi cymryd hwnna o'n bod yn dydyn, so hwnna beth da.
Is your market idea?
O ia, syniad fi o'r cymarchnad leol, a mi ges i pan o'n i efo'r exam, ges i fraint, so mynd i marchnad Ogwen, a nath nhw Groesawu fi yna ges i fynd i'r pwyllgorau, ges i fynd i'r marchnad, ges i weld sut mae'r mŵr hyddag i marchnad. A dwi'n di rhaid y ffeil i gryd, ond dwi'n meddwl fysa hynna'n dod â pethau nôl i'r dyffryn o bobl yn creu. Mae bobl yn gwneud pethau. Mae lot o creffta a pethau maen nhw'n ei wneud ac yn ei dyfu. Beth am werthu'n lleol? Fel bod pobl yn cael cyfle bod ni ddim yn mynd i Gaernarfon ac i Fangor i brynu llysia, ffwytha, cig, fara, bod yn cael ei gynhyrchu lleol, cael ei werthu'n lleol, ond cadw'r arian yn lleol. Felly, dyna ni'r ochr.
And then the other bit was just, I mean, we have only just started, so like we haven't been going for that long. And also we've just started to get our groups going, so it's really like a good time for people who do want to come and join us, because it's like we're just getting our heads around some groups to move forward. Because it's been a thing, not sort of pushing forward too soon before people are ready. And so that's been really nice, but there is this like, I think Sean asked me to also say, like when we're going out, we want people to join, so we've got more like hand grow things or do things, or people have got so many different skills that we need to include. So that's kind of why we're asking people to come along. It's like the perfect time to just start in little groups, and you know, like we haven't got someone who knows about like fuel, and it'll be great if someone knows about, oh, you know, you can get involved because they know about how to insulate houses or whatever. There's like loads of gaps where you get involved as well. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to say was that it is bilingual. That we have made sure that stays, like that's important to everyone in the group, that it stays bilingual. We put that in the constitution as well. So all of us who either speak really good Welsh, but people here that speak really good Welsh have learnt it, or they're learning. So I think that's really nice. And some of the people that haven't even, they're just so busy they haven't learned, but they're contributing lots to the community. They even said they really wanted it to stay bilingual, and it's helping them keep Welsh top of mind. So I think that's a really important part. Yeah, so really get involved, please.
Anybody eisiau gofyn rhywbeth? Anybody eisiau gofyn cwestiwn?